Oh, hello guys. How are you all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And please like, subscribe, and comment. I would really appreciate that. I really would. That helps this single mom. What can I say? Every little bit helps. Anyway, guys. Well, big disappointment. Yesterday I was supposed to go to the pumpkin patch with my son Elliot and his girlfriend Becca and their little daughter, my granddaughter Elliot. But something changed. The circumstances of who was going to be there changed. And it caused my anxiety to just go boom, just exploded. So I was like, I can't go. I couldn't go. My anxiety took over, unfortunately. And so I couldn't go, guys. It was just one of those things, and I'm hoping next year will be different and I can go with them, because I'm sure they'll keep up the tradition with their little girl. But it just wasn't meant to be, for whatever reason. Who knows? But I just wanted to tell you about something really strange that happened today. I had a dental appointment at 10:30 to get my permanent upper denture, because this one is temporary. And I had an appointment to get my upper denture at 10:30. Well, all morning something kept telling me, "Oh, don't go, you know, don't go to the dentist." And I thought, what the heck is that? And it just kept happening. And I thought, no, so I pushed it aside. I was like, no, I am not listening to whatever that is. I have an appointment. It wasn't anxiety or anything. It was just something was just like telling me not to go. And I thought, that's foolish. So I got showered, got ready to go to the dentist, and right when I was going to step into my car, my phone rang. By the time I got it out of my purse, it had stopped ringing, and I looked at the phone, and it was from my dental office. So I called them right back, and I said, yeah, I just got a call from here. And she goes, oh, hey Lori, I just want to let you know that our entire system went down, and so we can't have any patients today. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, our entire computer system is down, everything's down, so we're not able to process any patients today. And she goes, so we'll call you tomorrow morning. Hopefully it'll all be fixed by then. And we'll reschedule your appointment. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, thank you for calling. Well, they caught me right as I was going to step in the car, right? That's when the phone rang. And I told her, too, before I hung up, I said, oh, I'm so glad you called, because you caught me right as I was ready to go to the office. And she goes, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm glad we caught you, because we haven't caught everybody else. They've been showing up, so we're trying to get through everybody fast. So I just said, well, thank you. So I thought, well, that's really weird. Something kept telling me not to go to the dentist's office, and I pushed it away like, that's dumb. What is that, you know? And then I get a call that it's canceled. So I thought, well, it's kind of weird. I found that very strange. Well, then I decided to go to a store that's right behind me, literally. Like, there's a fence behind my house, and to the left of that, there's a store called Natural Grocers. It's a health food store. So I decided to run to that real quick to grab a remedy that my homeopath doctor had prescribed. So I ran to get that. So I got there real quick, got back into my car, and as I'm sitting in my car, before I take off from the store, something goes, go right home after this. Go right home. And I thought, what the heck is this? It was very strange. I thought, what is this feeling of go home right after this? So I didn't ignore it. I thought, okay, because I was actually going to go to the grocery store right up the street, because it's like a minute away from my house. And I thought, well, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm just going to go home. I can go to the grocery store tomorrow. I just wanted to get some bananas anyway and some yogurt. So I thought, okay, I'll just go tomorrow. Because something just kept saying, go home right after this. And it made me think of that movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called Adjustment Bureau. It is such a good movie. It's called Adjustment Bureau with Emily Blunt in it. And it's about how there's these, I don't know what you'd call them, beings or whatever. They look like people. But they supposedly control everything that's happening to people. And it's like, for instance, if you lose your keys and you're like, where are my keys? What did I do with my keys? And you look and you look and you can't find them, and then all of a sudden you find them, like, oh my God, how'd they get there? Or, finally you find them. Then you leave. Well, the thinking is that you were not supposed to leave at that moment because you were going to avoid something, an accident or whatever. So there's this belief that when you're delayed, don't get upset. The Adjustment Bureau is at work protecting you. Yeah, it's a really good movie. So I looked at it like, is the Adjustment Bureau at work for some reason for me today? So I did not go to the grocery store. So it was very strange, guys, that that happened with the dentist, because I kept fighting it. I was like, no, oh my God, no, I have an appointment. What is the big deal? And then it's canceled. So I thought, And then when that happened at Natural Grocers, I thought, okay, it's like something is telling me, you just need to go home and be home. So my first thought was the movie Adjustment Bureau. And so I thought, I'm listening to it. I'm going to listen to it. I'm just going to go home. I can get bananas tomorrow. So it was very strange, guys. And last night, my dogs were acting very strange and clingy, and oh my God, in bed. They couldn't get close enough. I mean, they practically in my body. I mean, they were like right into me. And so they were acting really hyper. And my son, Elliot, his girlfriend, Becca, she texted me this morning to say that one of their dogs kept hiding in the closet, which was really strange. He kept hiding in the closet and was shaking and nervous. And I thought, oh, that's weird. So I looked up, because I've heard that, animals can act this way for earthquakes. Well, Albuquerque, New Mexico is not known for earthquakes, much less Albuquerque. But there is proof that animals can sense, the movement in the earth from a really far distance. And so I looked at New Mexico earthquakes, and sure enough, there were several small ones, very small ones. They're like 1 point whatever, 2 point whatever. They're small, 3 point, nothing you would feel. But there's a town in New Mexico called Lovington. And apparently Lovington had several small earthquakes within the last, day. And I thought, that's interesting that my son's dog was just hiding and wanting to be in the closet. And my dog, Lily, she was shaking and nervous last night. It was very strange. And she could not get close enough to me. She balled up in a ball. I mean, she was just like this little ball of dog right here. And then my dog Pixie came to be right up next to my head. And I was like, what is going on with these dogs? So I don't know if they were sensing something or what, but they were acting strange. And today, they've just been following me wherever I go. I get up, there they are. I go to the bathroom, there they are. I get up to go in the kitchen, there they are. I'm like, they are super clingy today. So I don't know, something feels, I don't know how to explain it. With what happened with the dentist and the store, something just feels weird. And my son's girlfriend woke up in the middle of the night with a migraine, of all things, and a panicky type feeling. And I thought, what? What is going on? And she said that today she still has a little bit of that, like panic residual type of feeling. And I told her, yeah, I feel like I'm on high alert today too. not in an anxiety type of way, but it's just like I feel like I'm on high alert, if that makes sense. So I don't know what's going on. It's a very strange feeling, like something is out of sync. You know what I mean? Things feel out of sync. Something just doesn't feel right. And I can't place it because, you know, Albuquerque is not known for earthquakes. I mean, we have had a couple in the past that were really big, but that was like eons ago. So it's not like something like, oh my gosh, maybe we're going to have an earthquake. No, that's not. New Mexico isn't known for that. So yeah, it's been kind of a strange day today, guys. There's something in the air, if that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? I was out back with my dogs. I was sitting on the porch, and the breezes were blowing a little bit. And I thought, something feels different in the air. What is this? What? You know what I mean? You can just sense something feels different. And I don't know what it is. I'm just like, this is strange. And I'm still feeling it right now. Right now, while I was talking to you, a big old breeze went by, and the big trees across the street just, you know, just this big breeze, and then it stopped. It's just, I don't know, guys. There's something. Maybe it's the Halloween month. Who knows? You know what I mean? But it's really strange. Like the other night, I was at my son Elliot and his girlfriend Becca's apartment, and we had dinner. And while we were talking, all of a sudden this smell came up in the kitchen. I am not lying to you. This smell came up, and my son was like, "What is that? It smells like old or something." To me, it smelled like when you go into, you know, at a graveyard, the inside part where they have all the urns and stuff, you know, the indoors, niches, I guess you call them, where they have all the urns, and those are indoors. It has a certain smell to it. That's what it smelled like. And I was like, it smells like when you walk into one of those indoor cemetery things. It was really weird, very strong, and then all of a sudden it went away, and we were like, what, you know, what is that? And then when I stood up and I was talking to them, all of a sudden, I am not lying to you, I felt like a whoosh of, like, you know what, how can I, like, almost like a whoosh of air go over my body. Almost like if somebody walks past you real fast and you feel, you know what I mean? You feel that? I felt it. It was like, what was that? You know, I mean, I was talking to them, and mid-talking, I stopped. I was like, oh my God, I just felt something whoosh by me. It was so weird. And so he brought out his EMF reader, put it out there. It didn't go off. We you know, we were asking if there's any spirits, or, you know, what the whole thing you do with those, and the little lights didn't flicker. So we were like, well, you know, what is that? And that smell was very specific. It smelled like when you go into the indoor part of a cemetery where all the urns are. And any of you have been in those, you know that smell. It's a weird smell. But that's what it was. So, and that was just the other night. So, what was that? Thursday night. So, I don't know, guys. I find it very strange. It's like weird things are happening right now. And that today really got to me, that I was pushed so hard to not want to go to the dentist. I swear to you guys, it was like a voice was going in my head from somewhere else saying, don't go to the dentist, stay home, don't go to the dentist, don't go to the dentist. And of course I thought, how dumb. I mean, it's just an appointment. It's not going to be painful or anything. I mean, I have no reason to dread it. But that's what happened. And then they canceled anyway. And then with the way the dogs have acted, and with this feeling of high alert, I'm like, what is going on? Well, changes in the air of some kind for some reason. There's this weird feeling even now as I'm watching the breezes blow the trees and things. Something feels different in the air. Do you guys ever get that when you're outside, or maybe you just sense something feels out of sync in your life or your home or something? That's what I'm feeling today. It's very strange. So I don't know. I don't know what's what. I don't see anything. Guys, stop. I don't see anything. That's the other thing. They were growling and barking last night for no reason that I could think of. None. They just, all of a sudden, they'd be walking and all of a sudden I'd hear a, and I thought, what are they growling at? And there was one point where Lily was looking straight in the living room floor, in the living room. She was looking in the middle of the living room, and she was looking like she was watching something. I mean, like she was watching a tennis match, and she was staring right in the middle of the living room floor on the rug, doing that. And I thought, what is she looking at? There's no flies or mosquitoes or anything buzzing around. What? It's like she was looking at something. Maybe my other dogs that have passed have come to visit. They used to live here. I don't know. But she was literally looking, very serious, ears up, Didn't feel evil or anything like that. She was just looking. So, I don't know, guys. Something weird is in the air. But anyway, I will talk to you later, and I hope you're having a good one. You guys take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. What were you barking at? I don't see anything.